in the center of Beijing when a man walked to the middle of the Avenue of Eternal Peace.
Well, all right. Welcome back to the Survival and Basic Badass Podcast After Show. So, I don't know. Some exciting stuff. It was funny. I went to do all the research for that episode on concentration camps, and in my mind, I was like, "Oh, I don't want to show a bunch of the pictures of bulldozers and stacks of bodies and the horrible gore that comes with it. That's not what it's about." I was like, that information's everywhere and people see it and see those documentaries. And I mean, we watched that, dude, when I was in elementary school. That
Right.
was the thing. And when I went to I had two pictures that I showed. One was the like healthy propaganda pictures like we see in the North Korean videos of like, nice, happy Jewish kids at the camp. And then the other one was like women with their like half shaved heads or hair falling out and just starving to death and bad and ridiculous. But I was looking for, some of the gore, horrible pictures from Auschwitz. And even on the websites from like that I went to in Google, there was nothing on there. There were no pictures of any bad things happening. And I'm like, really? That it's kind of surprising. I mean, maybe they do need to be shared because it's
There's a lot of
ridiculous.
video and a lot of pictures that were taken,
And yeah, it's kind of like when you watch stuff about September 11th, it's really scrubbed from the internet. Things that you feel strongly about, you do need to kind of like preserve it, save the videos or, and I don't mean just save the link to the video. I mean, save the video and save some of those pictures. And, we're getting into a world where people don't even believe pictures they see because anything can be faked and who knows.
Right.
So it's just so terrifying that the world is shaping up that way, but history really is getting erased, and it's kind of crazy how that goes. Anyway, just thought I'd add that little tidbit, kind of, just a little of the disturbing of how the world shapes up. Another exciting thing I saw this week, Northrop Grumman is got a contract from the U.S. government. It's on their website. You can check it out, to build a train on the moon. I don't even know how you breathe in this train. I don't know how. I'm just excited. That's all I can say. Because we have all this extra cash lying around, and we're like, hey, what could we do with it? And I say, build a train on the moon. That's what we could do with it.
Yeah. Raise taxes and let's get some trains going. I'm all in.
We can move moon dust or people from one side to the other. Maybe we even go over to the dark side. I don't know. I mean, whatever.
Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes I hear wild shit that the government's doing, and I hate to admit I support it because it does seem kind of badass to have a train on the moon. I don't know where you're going to and from, but I mean, we got to be able to get from there to here. So
maybe
something's got to give.
Fell apart because we had like the family where dad would go to work, mom would stay at home, kids would stay, in the yard or whatever, and you'd come home and have cocktails at the end of the day, and everything was good in the 50s. And then they were like, we need to have this whole space race thing. Let's go to the moon. And then all of a sudden, well, the wife's gonna have to go back to work and start working in the factory too because we don't have any money. And then we just kept going. And then they said, well, don't worry, because as technology progresses, we'll get more and more gadgets to make everything, easier and time saving.
Right.
And we kind of did develop the gadgets, but we keep working more and more. And I'm not sure how that's working out.
Yeah, it seems that, it used to be that Americans had the good Protestant work ethic, and it was like, a big deal. But now it's like they got the Protestant work ethic, but you're not able to like take vacation or go out to eat or do anything. You know what I mean? You just have to work 80 hours a week and then
40 hours a week, Kevin.
Yeah, you might have enough to eat.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, I don't think I know anybody that works only 40 hours a week. No. Everybody I know works way more than that. Right. But whatever. I mean, it's all good. I just saw they are in Vietnam. They are sentenced somebody to death for fraud. Trang My Lan fraudulently acquired $12.5 billion. I don't know how much the guy's worth, but like, I don't know. I don't feel like somebody starting out as poor could embezzle 12.5 billion without anybody noticing. I feel like
it's hard.
You got to be a rich asshole that's just super greedy.
Yeah.
He's 68 years old, but yeah, they're gonna put him down.
They're putting him down. Now, what I'm wondering, I'm seeing some of the comments here, and I can't help but notice maybe they're setting up that train on the moon because they're thinking about some camps.
That's the new one, right? Yeah. They used to send prisoners to like Australia and shit.
Right.
We're just sending them to the moon now.
That's the middle of nowhere. People don't even know. Now we're going to have prison camps on the moon. I'm seeing where it's going. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I don't know. It's an ugly world.
But it is. It is. What are we going to do? We can only do what we can do. And, it's all going down the toilet, buddy.
All going down the toilet. That's what I can say.
In other news, O.J. Simpson died and nobody gives a shit. So that's
Kevin.
That's interesting.
Now they're never gonna find his wife's killer. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they gave up on that, man. The real killer's still out there, just running around killing white women.
I don't know. Turns out I didn't come up with that joke. I may have seen it a few times across the internet this week. I don't know. It's bad. They were saying they needed like some kind of white Bronco hearse to kind of take.
All right, I like that idea. I like that
procession.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. And then everybody's talking shit. Poor Khloe Kardashian. I'd say poor. She's richer than 95% of people in the world, but poor Khloe Kardashian. Everyone's making jokes that OJ was her dad and how it feels to have her dad die because she doesn't look like any of the other Kardashians and she's like 8 feet tall. But I mean, whatever.
Oh, she's not the short blonde one? Who's that?
No, she's the tall, with a little bit of a darker complexion. They're Armenian, and they've all had so much plastic surgery. Who fucking knows what they look like anymore?
Right.
It's one of those things that, like, you hook up with this hot chick, and then you have babies, and they all come out ugly because she had, nose jobs and, implants and all sorts of stuff. What are you going to do?
What are you going to do? That's all. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys hanging out with us each week and whatever. Definitely send us some emails and let us know, things that are going on that you like and whatever, what your interests are. We can maybe shape the show a little bit better. I am thinking I need to start reading books more again and expose myself to new ideas. It's funny, I do a lot of those like prepper audio books and I go through a lot of them. But they're all kind of the same ideas. And then I listen to something new, like a new podcast or whatever. And I'm like, oh, and then I get all inspired. It's funny. I used to even just like, if I listen to like a creative band or whatever, it just kind of gets my mind stirring. And I'm like, what about this? And just new ideas. And, like I said, I love hearing feedback from you guys and different things you're thinking about. And stuff I could be looking into and kind of expand my horizons. Try not to be in a, I don't know, whatever we're in echo chamber, I think is the phrase I'm looking for, where you just hear the same thing. So I don't know. You guys see anything cool, anything that really interests you and think I need to expand my horizons? And we'll see what we can do. Trying to figure out what Uncle Whiskey's saying in the comments here.
Yeah. we're gonna have to definitely come up with ideas. We're talking about a gun show next week, and maybe we can. I mean, we got to do some stuff about prepping. You know what I mean? I suppose that's like part of what the show is, but
it's all about guns and ammo.
That's guns it. And ammo. Guns and ammo. If you want to be a prepper, all you have to do is just buy ammo
and self-defense rounds, right? That's what you guys really want to hear. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, we'll get it. We'll get to it. We'll get it all figured out. Yeah. So there's no good news. I was gonna hit you with the good news, but there's no good news this week, and we'll get it all figured out.
We'll get it all figured out. So with that, we appreciate it. Appreciate you guys sticking around, and we will talk to you guys next week.